Hey everybody, welcome back to Hammer Wrench Renovations. I'm with my son Riker today, and today we're going to put in his driver's door window regulator. Now this isn't the easy old style like you may have been used to. This comes with a part that bolts onto the door with the actual lifts. Inside, his window stopped working, and it's these cables snapped. And it's an old car, they tend to do that. So this kit comes with the instructions and a little hardware kit. So stick around and see what we're going to do. So as we get started on this 2005 Navigator, we got to take the door panel off, and the first place we're going to take off is right here. And there's a Phillips screw in there, and Riker is going to go ahead and take that out. Okay, the next two fasteners are torque bits, and they are right in here in this pocket. Okay, the next two fasteners are these 7mm screws at the bottom of the door panel. So the door panel will pull up. So you stick your hand underneath and lift. So see, the back side's free.
I'm done.
It's your first time. All right, no, don't pull out, lift up from that side. This has tabs on it. Okay. There you are. Now you got to disconnect these plugs here. So each plug will have a tab you have to press down. So the first one here, the tab is right here at the back. So you squeeze and pull. It comes right off. Now these plugs here have a tab. Press and pull. Lift up some. There we go. Door panel's free. Now you can set it by the back tire. Now that the panel's off, we're going to pull out the speaker where it mounts to the door. It's going to be the gold screws on ours. Okay, you can set those aside and go ahead and pull the speaker mount away from the door. There you are. Now carefully unplug the wires. Now those you don't have to pinch since they're, I believe they're hardwired.
Oh, it's in there.
No. So these don't have an adapter, so they actually just have ends on
yeah,
them.
just pinch and pull.
So we'll just remember that this blue one goes over here to
Blue's
the
left, red is right.
Yeah, and you'll see that they're different size. Now we're going to pull off this moisture barrier insulation from the door, trying not to tear it up. Now you just remove it from the door, push the wires through, little openings they're fed through. Okay, let me give you a hand. So we're going to use this panel tool. They help pull these out a whole lot easier.
What did we do last time to keep the window up from falling down?
Well, right now we have zip ties holding it up here and here through the base of the track. So we're going to use them to hold it up while we're putting in this new inner panel. Okay. Panel's out. It's pretty much whole. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to take, there's screws.
You think those are 7mm as well?
These are probably 10.
Good thing we can look in the socket box.
So this right here is what pulls the latch so you can open the door. And we got to pop that out. All right. $10mm. Appreciate it.
This is the last one over here.
All right. So before we take this out, I want to take a look at it and see if everything is free. So this is what you have once you take out those bolts. This thing is free. Now I believe you see right in here, they are still bolted to the window channel. And as you see, this one here, we're going to have to lower the window so we can access that bolt through this hole. But the window, being it's already free, we'll have to cut those zip ties. Okay, go ahead and pull this one out. I know I'm right in the way. Okay. Now we're going to cut. We're going to have to cut the zip ties. Cut the wrong end of that one. You can see there's the last bolt. It has to come loose. So now, this mechanism will just fall into the door. Oh, I forgot about this. It's right here. That has to come out. I believe we have to reuse this handle.
What is it that you had for that?
I forgot to take this cable that opens the door latch, but we're going to have to reuse this handle. So I'm taking this panel tool here, and you have to pry that up so that this comes out. Okay, now Riker, will you come and hold up this window? Okay, it's out. Okay, so now I've laid them out side by side so we can see what we have and what we need to do. And you can see here, there is no motor. So we will have to take this motor off and move it over to this side. We can also see what parts are on here and in what position. So we will know when we put it in the door, like this here is what holds the window up. And so you can see they are in this position here. So when we put the window back on, it'll actually have to be down further in the door. So everything looks like it's similar. We're going to move these over to this one. Looks like we may only have to move 2. Yeah, we only have to move 2, but we don't even have to take them off. They gave us some here in the pack.
Now, what about this part down here?
That part, the part that's sitting by itself?
Yes.
Okay, that part is broken. Now that is this here, and you can see that it has this spring-loaded tab. Well, when the cable broke out of that one, it is actually sitting down in the door. So yeah, it's supposed to be up like that. And see, and this motor reels this wire back and forth, and you can see it, there's a piece of it here. And that is the piece that should have been there. That is over, that is in this position. So Riker, I'm leaking a little bit, so how about take these two and put them in there while I go get something to clean up my hand. So now we're going to put the new assembly in, and I'm going to put it in similar to the way it came out. Lost a clip. We will get that in just a minute. Squeeze it a little bit. I'll just have to put it back in. It's trying to fall. Use these to pinch this a little. There we go. Now it won't fall.
Now, if you didn't have somebody helping you, how would you keep this window up?
You could use painter's tape, duct tape, something like that would help you out. This bolt here.
And where did you find these parts?
That one didn't go in. This was off of Amazon. This is a CarQuest part that was on Amazon's website. All right, so the first thing I'm doing after I get it installed is I'm loosening these bolts that were already in this panel. And that will hold this plastic in place. So the next thing I'm going to do is get the lift into position, and that will be reusing those bolts. So that silver one goes there. I'm just feeding these in, not tightening anything down yet. You just don't want to get your fixture in a bind. Okay, Brecker, now what we're going to do is I need you to lower the window. We've got to get it lowered to here. So those two screws that went actually into the window can be caught. So you can come down a little faster. I'm helping you down here. Okay. Okay, we're making sure to stay in the track. Come on down more. Another inch. Okay, let's hold it right there. That one is started. Okay, since we got the motor off, you can see where it twisted this cable all up whenever it broke. So that was exactly why it wouldn't come down. We know that this motor works because we were able to spin it back and forth when we had the door panel off assessing the situation.
It's also covered in rust.
So yeah, and it's 17 years old, so rust in those components are normal. So, all right, well, let me install this window motor and then we can check its function. Well, we need to test that it works correctly.
You're right.
Spin it forward. Make sure your radio's off. Or just turn down. No, before you do any of that, just hit the window button. Let's see. Okay.
That went all the way up.
Okay, now go all the way down.
Well, it went down without me even pushing it down. It went down automatically.
Okay.
Should I try again?
I'll have to read and see if there is a way to reprogram the window. I'm not sure. But in the meantime, how about go and get some WD-40 and we're going to lubricate these window tracks so it will go up and down easier. So what I'm going to try to do is I have rolled it up. Well, first of all, let me tell you what it was doing. When we would roll it up, as soon as it would go up and touch, it would come back down halfway and stop. So what I decided to do is I rolled it all the way up, and once I hit all the way up, I rolled the key back, and that way it shut the power off. So now what I'm going to do is turn the key on and see if it sends this motor back to whatever position it was. So maybe it thinks that is its normal closed position. So once, if this motor moves, when I move the, turn the key back on again, once it stops, I'm going to put it back in and see if that fixes the situation. Okay, and it's going down. Now it's going up. So now it thinks it is up. Okay, now I'm going to try it again. Window's going down. Auto up. Okay, that seems to have resolved the situation. Now I'm going to spray the track with some WD-40. Just to help it go up and down easier. Some people may use silicone. Perfectly fine. But we'll be able to see how the window acts after the track is lubricated. I don't know if you can hear the difference. But it seems to be working easier. And we're going to start putting it back together.
My microphone died during this clip here. We appreciate you guys coming along with us today. This is not a hard project if you choose to do it on your own. If you like what you see, please subscribe and tune back in to more videos. Also remember, if a wrench doesn't work, use a hammer. Goodbye, everybody.